All right. I ain't done one of these and I don't even know how long. Um, so a few things I want to talk about. The first thing is this election, um, or selection, however you define it. Look, black people, we need to come to and understand it. At least about me. Um, I'm not voting for Joe Biden. I'm not even a Democrat. But it's always funny, or I should say, I won't vote for the Democratic ticket. It's not just Joe Biden, but you know what I mean. But it's always funny to me when I talk to other people, not just black folk, but other people who assume that because of my background, that I'm obliged to vote for whoever the Democratic nominee is. Whether it be because education, my race is African American, ADOS, whatever, descendant of slaves here in America, like whatever you want to call us. I think a lot of times people feel that my vote is already in a bag, and it's kind of insulting, to be honest. Black people are not a monolith. Very diverse. The ones who live here, I mean, the African Americans. I mean, some was vote Republican, some was Democrat. But most times, people vote Democrats, obviously. But that's definitely changed. And for those of us who've been, I shouldn't say us, but those black folk who have been voting Democratic for the last 50 years, it is my opinion based on the research I've done, people I've talked to, articles I've read. I don't think as many black folk are going to blindly support the Democratic Party going forward. Now, with that being said, they're not going to go support the Republican Party either, because I don't think black folks are dumb. I think we're scared. I think we can be a little irrational and emotional, but I don't think we're dumb. I don't think we've ever been presented with any other options than to vote for the Democratic Party because, I mean, Voting Rights Act passed was 65, and we've been voting Democrats pretty much ever since. But I think that's going to change. But that's actually not the important thing I wanted to talk about. The important thing I want to talk about, well, one of the important things, is black folk violently, let's take out violently. Let's just take adamantly or very, very, very adamant about voting for the Democratic Party. You have no right to judge other black folks for not supporting the Biden-Harris ticket for 2020. I mean, from the people I've talked to, the ones who are educated, the ones who've done the research, the ones who know what's going on, I mean, they're saying, everyone's saying something different. Some people are saying vote Democratic down ballot. Some people just say don't vote. Some people saying vote for Trump. Some people, whatever. Vote for who you want to. But at the end of the day, I can't tell you what's going on in your life as to why you want to vote. Whatever your interests may be. I'm not here to give my political opinion. I could care less who you vote for. I've been an independent for over a decade now. I've only ever voted for one Democrat for president ever in my life. So, you're not really trying to tell me anything. Oh, And I do my own research. I understand about Democrats not offering anything to black people, really. No reparations, no punishing of bad racist cops, no, investment into the into our neighborhoods, our communities. There's no tangible, direct benefits that the Democratic Party is now or really has ever offered black folks. It's more of the same stuff. We actually, if you do your research, we actually, up until 1965, we weren't even allowed to vote throughout the country, universally. But yet we got stuff done. Now, voting is important, but works are more important. Don't just give your vote away. So many of us are afraid to just not have white mommy and daddy holding our hands. What are y'all afraid of? Trump? Come on. Trump is a moron. I mean, hell, he wishes he could be like Putin. he said Vladimir Putin has Trump as his little lapdog. What y'all afraid of Trump? Man, we done had 7 presidents or 8? Between 6 and 8. Let's just say 8. Have been slave masters, and all the rest of them have been white supremacists, including Obama, who called us thugs, black folks thugs, after the Freddie Gray situation, who were out there protesting. But we see now who's actually doing the looting, though, right? Who the real thugs are. So Obama, I mean, not one bad cop was persecuted or prosecuted under his administration. No federal charges were brought. He said reparations wasn't even a thing, more or less. I mean, he prioritized LGBT. He prioritized illegal immigrants with DACA. He prioritized really the people who could afford health care with the ACA, Affordable Cares Act. And he hired Joe Biden as his vice president. Joe Biden has a very, very vivid history of just so much racist bullshit. I mean, that's who he is. That's how he's raised. Look who his mentor was, Strom Thurmond, the bills he's passed. Not only that, every candidate we have in the Democratic Party would, in my opinion, well, Joe Biden definitely supported it, but his VP would more than likely support more war. People don't care about that. I do, because I still have friends and family potentially that could go and deploy to another war for oil, where I was in 2008, 2009 in Iraq. The war was illegal, more or less, unjustified, and we're still there. Democrats want to keep us in. Not saying Trump doesn't either, but Trump has actually signaled that he would actually be willing to pull troops out of Iraq. I don't know about Afghanistan, Syria, that's a whole nother thing, Yemen. There are wars in a bunch of places that often don't get talked about, and when it comes down to it, every single one of those Democrats who are running right now, being that it's only Joe Biden who's actually going to win, basically. Actually, he might have already secured the nomination for Democrats, but either way, he's going to support more war if he doesn't die first in office. Joe Biden is meant to be a transient president. He's going to get in there. He's already shows signs of dementia. Who knows what else? He's going to get in there, and he's going to